Hello everyone, it's your favorite realtor, Erica Hernandez with Houston Top Realty. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a pretty passionate topic I'm going to be talking about today, and it's concerning all things homeowners insurance. If you would like to learn more, please stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media at Erica Houston Realtor, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok, and go to my website at www.erikahoustonrealtor.com. All right, guys, so today we're talking all things homeowners insurance. Number one, the process of quoting homeowners insurance while you're purchasing a home. Number two, we'll talk about escrowed insurance and non-escrowed insurance. And number three, what happens after you move in concerning homeowners insurance. All right, guys, so we're going to jump right in. Number one, the process of quoting homeowners insurance when you're purchasing a home. When you go under contract, typically you have a due diligence period. In this due diligence, the most important thing is to do inspections, but another thing that's really important is to quote your homeowners insurance. You want to make sure that during your due diligence time, you get a home quote that is going to fit your budget. In some cases, even I am surprised if homeowners insurances come up too high. Now, we won't go into details of why sometimes insurance comes in too high, but I do want you to know that when you're purchasing a home, make sure you're quoting homeowners insurance. And I want to give you a tip. It doesn't always mean that the cheapest one is the best one. You want to make sure that you're not getting the most expensive, but also not the cheapest one. It is really important you get the correct coverage. Don't worry, your lender is going to tell you if it's the right one or if it's not enough coverage. They typically review your entire homeowner's insurance quote to make sure that this is a good one for you. All right, so moving on to number two, the difference between escrowing for insurance and not escrowing. So most buyers, because they give less than 20% down payment, do not have a choice. You have to escrow every single month, which means that they collect every single month towards your homeowner's insurance so that they can pay it the next year it's due. Now, something that's really, really important is to remember when you purchased your home, your anniversary, a month in advance before your anniversary, you definitely want to have that insurance company contact very handy, because every single year you need to be calling and asking, what is the next year homeowners insurance looking like? Let's just say last year was $1,500. You want to make sure and ask, is it going to stay around the same price? If they share that it's actually going to go up to $1,700, you want to make sure you're shopping for a homeowner's insurance company that's going to be around $1,500, just like last year. Otherwise, your monthly payment is going to change. So try to stay as close as you can. In some cases, these insurance companies just renew your insurance to the new price. They don't even ask you. Although there are some companies that give you a courtesy call and say, hey, it's looking like next year is going to go up $200. Is this okay? Do you need me to shop it around? Try to find another carrier? But ultimately, it is your responsibilities. Make sure you're paying close attention to that. Even though your bank, your lender is in charge of paying that off, you want to pay close attention. Usually this renewal will come in the mail, so keep an eye on that. And if it doesn't, call your insurance agent. That's a number you should have on speed dial next to your mortgage company's number. For people that don't escrow insurance, you have to pay it out of pocket. So you're going to know if there has been a difference year to year. So that's a little bit easier for you guys. It's my people that escrow that sometimes don't pay attention to those numbers. And then all of a sudden, your mortgage payment goes up and you're trying to figure out why. And if you're trying to figure out why after it's happened, sometimes I think it's too late. You should have done your homework. You should have been shopping for homeowners insurance. The last thing I want to talk about today concerning homeowners insurance is what happens after you purchase your home. I truly hate this part. Pay close attention to this part. Insurance companies give you pricing and all these things, right? And you lock it in. And then a couple of months after you close, they come and inspect the property. And sometimes, guys, they require certain things to be done. If not, they drop you from their insurance. You heard me right. They threaten people that they're going to drop them from the insurance if they don't do the following items. Usually the items they ask to be repaired are going to put the house at a lesser liability or probability that you're going to be filing some kind of insurance claim. The most common one I've seen is that darn driveway. Typically, if they come after closing, if the cracks are small, probably not. But if they're big cracks and it looks like a trip hazard, they are going to make you fix that driveway. In other cases, they get really picky about the roof. They require you to trim down some branches. They require you to do some repairs to the roof, even if the roof looked okay during your inspection, you didn't think it was a big deal. Sometimes these insurance agents send people, and those people report back and say XYZ on your roof needs to be done. This whole process is really frustrating. Again, they come after you close. So you were counting on a certain budget every single month because let's say your insurance quote was $1,500 for the whole year. And then they come back and say, if you don't fix these items, one, they threaten to drop you. Or number two, they tell you they're going to raise your insurance every single year. You do have some options. Do not feel threatened by these people. Make sure you're shopping around and see if someone else will cover you. Make sure they come out to the property, and before they quote you, that they give you an accurate estimate of what your insurance is going to be. Otherwise, you're going to have the same problem with them too. Not all insurance companies are created equal, so give it a chance. Try to see someone else will cover you with the minor cracks on the driveway, for example. Every insurance company is different, so you might get lucky and just go ahead and switch over to the new company. I hope these tips helped you when you're purchasing a home. All things insurance, make sure you're asking all the questions. Sometimes these insurance companies, though, they surprise agents too. We get calls from our past clients that the insurance company said XYZ, like I said earlier, and we're just shocked. Like, really, did they really make you do that? You know, we're homeowners too, and we have had experiences with insurances, but you know, sometimes I could say my driveway is cracked and no one has ever had a fit about it or made me replace it. But, you know, some of them are super picky. It just might be that they were picky on your house and it's terrible that that happens. But just make sure you're keeping an eye out on things like that. As always, you guys should be researching things. Although you're taking some tips from the lenders and the realtors and the inspectors, it is always good to do your own research. This is the biggest investment of your life. If there's something you want to learn more about, research it during your whole process. Now, it's important to always use good sources of information. You know, not everything online is going to be true, but definitely ask the questions if you have some doubts. Talk to those insurance people. Ask them all the questions. They get paid to answer your questions and to service you. So make sure you're getting the right service when you're purchasing a home. All right, guys, that is all for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, all the good things. Thank you so much for the support, and I can't wait to see you next week.